going to the winery.
Okay, so I was telling you, we are here for approximately 25 years ago. That here was nothing at all, but the paternal family of my husband was from Ronda, so he inherited a piece of the land directly from his grandfather. And in 1999, we decided to start with the project, so we planted the grapes in 2000, and we make the building between 03 until 06. Wow. But the reason why it looks much older is because just behind the winery in the top, we have a Roman city called Athinipo. Athinipo means land of grapes. So the Roman people make already wine up here. And also this place and this valley is very unique because we can make our wines here because it's a very special microclimate. Because the village that we have just in front of us, you see the white in the middle of the mountain, yeah. It's called Grazalema.
That one, the white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this valley is famous because it's the most raining area in whole Spain, even more than the north. So we have a lot of rain. Here we are 1,000 meters high, so we used to have snow every year. And also for us, something very important, that we are the last one in the province of Malaga and the first in the province of Cádiz. So we have both wings. We have the real both influence because the right side of a vineyard, when rain, the water goes to the Atlantic, the other side goes to the Mediterranean. And both winds come from the sea. So it's the reason why our temperatures are fresher. And we have hot enough, of course, because at the end the grapes, like a fruit, need hot for a good maturation. But the main thing here is the medium temperatures during the day and the night. We can have 34, 35, maybe July, that used to be the hottest month, can be one day 37. But at night can be between 14 to 17, 18. So this medium made that every variety have different evolution because we have 25 hectares divided in 4 varieties. We have
4 varieties of grapes.
Yeah, 4 varieties of grapes. We have Tempranillo, is the most popular variety in Spain, Cabernet Sauvignon, Syrah, and Merlot. And our challenge here was with these classical varieties and our special weather, how is the evolution of these varieties here.
So it's white, red, and...
we actually have red.
Only red?
Only red.
Only red wine.
But we have 2 different lines. We have one line that is BM, is Baetica Munda. Baetica means Andalusia. And Munda is the name of a battle that can be up here in the Roman city that we have in the top. And in this kind of this line, is always a single variety line. Is in the line where we want to show how is the evolution of these varieties 100% with this weather. Don't have oak, it's just a pure variety, fermentation and in the bottle. And our premium wine that is Ramos-Paul, that Ramos-Paul is the surname of my husband, that we keep it because originally all this valley was in the hands of the family, but his grandfather had 7 children. He divided in 7 parts. And my husband, being the oldest grandson, he inherited to him this piece directly. And actually, it's the only piece that's still being in the family. So it's the reason why.
The other one sold.
Yeah, their uncle sold it or passed away. So actually, it's the only piece that's still being in the hands of the family. So it's the reason why we keep the Ramos-Paul. And in this case, Ramos-Paul, that is our premium, is a line of wine for a long aging. The vintage that we have actually in the market is 06. Today is 18 years old. Yes. And in this case, it's always a blend, but depending on the weather and the year, the percent of the blend change and the timing oak also. But I can show you this, after later in the tasting. Okay?
Nice, perfect.
It's like in the movie here.
We have some advertisements and things, yeah, for motorbike and. Yeah.
How many bottles you produced in a season?
Of Ramos-Paul, depending on the year, can be between 80, 90,000 bottles.
80,000 bottles?
80, 90.
Wow.
Yeah, and the BM, that is the extra variety, depending of the year also.
That's a lot, 80,000 bottles. That's a lot.
Because we have 25 hectares, but we have like 5,000 plants per hectare. We can make more, but we always, for us, the main thing is the quality, so we control the production. Is the reason why our quantity is less. Yes. This is the winery, of course, because the other side of the building is my house, because we live here. And we make here all the process, and we keep it also some wines here. Normally, the elaboration is separately. I don't know if I can tell you, because you know, if you are going to put in YouTube, it's a little bit our process, and it's something more, you know, for our own production. But here we have the 4 varieties. We decide the blend at the end of the fermentation, and the extra variety that we don't use for the blend is the variety that we use for the single one, okay? But Ramos-Paul used to be in oak, depending on the year, between 3-4 years, and after minimum double in the bottle. So it's the reason why are all vintages. Another place, but now in summer, we don't use to open because it's natural temperature, and to maintain, we don't open the door too many often, you know? But I'm going to show you the space. That place. Okay.
You stock the.
This is a storage that is just only for bottles.
For bottles. And
for
all
the
barrels
aging.
Downstairs.
Yeah. Yeah. This is just for the aging in bottle. But we are protected now with the natural, you know, the sterol. Okay. Yeah, it's because I have 2 cats.
Sure.
Also. This is the first thing that we built because it's totally underground. At the end, we have 150 meters of earth. We are under the Roman ruins. And with this, we can maintain the temperature and the humidity naturally. We have 15 degrees all year. And we had to make by hand because our soil is clay. And the clay for the vineyard is very good, but for construction it's not good at all. So we had to bring miners that came from Czechian Republic, and all the building was 3 years, just only the tunnel 1 year and 3 months, 24 hours. Okay? And all the barrels are French oak. So we keep here Ramos-Paul, depending on the vintage, more or less, but normally for 1 month in oak is minimum double in the bottle in the other place, in the other storage that we have.
So how long average you keep
once. One time, one wine.
So only one time you keep?
Yeah, because we keep for 3-4 years. So it's like the same if you have 3-4 wines. So normally when we get the finish with the vintage, we sell that ones for second hand and we buy new ones. Okay.
So you have around 900 barrels?
Yeah, 903.
Is the wine barrels they use for Bourbon, right, as well
for what?
For Bourbon?
Normally now, most of our barrels are using for artisanal beer.
Okay. What?
Artisanal beer, for beer.
Okay.
Normally the barrels that you use for whiskey, for example, for Scotland whiskey, are from sherry, from Jerez.
So all you keep for 3-4 years, all barrels 3-4 years?
3 or 4, yeah, depending of the vintage. Okay. Can be more or less. Depending of the vintage, it can be more months or less. But normally, actually, it's about this. I studied in my school in Sevilla. I used to spend my summers in England or in Ireland. All the kind of experience. When the weather is nice, we always organize outside. But it's not, we have my house, because I use the house also. Can be my kitchen or my living room, depending on the number of the groups. But if the group is bigger than 30, we organize here. Okay.
This is the bottle, how it looks like your bottles,
yeah? Yeah, it's old, because it's the reason why the color is not so nice. But I think that was the first one that we made. And this is my house. But I use for the business also. Sorry, now it's my TV is here because I use this living room in summer.
So beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I'm telling you, it's like watching movies is like.
Like in a movie, yeah, really. And for me, I'm first time in Spain also. I travel a lot. I was in 50. It's my 53rd country. I was in 53 countries. First time in Spain. So beautiful.
Okay.
I love Spain.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
I'm going to bring the tapas and the wine, okay? Ah, mira. And when people ask for, we used to say that R3 because one of the wine that at the end we used to present in the tasting is a wine that is not in the market. It's just only in the winery. It's not in the market anymore. But I like that people taste it because can compare between two vintages, different vintages. And for me, it's easier to explain our way to make wine. Where do you want to sit down? Okay, this is the first wine that we are going to taste. It's the line of, it's also a natural line. The percent of the sulfite have to be under 10 milligrams per liter. And this is BM. BM is Baetica Munda. Baetica means Andalusia. And Munda is the name of a bottle that can be up here in the Roman city. And this is 017, and this is 100% Tempranillo without oak. In this line, we want to show how is the evolution of these classical varieties in a special weather, okay?
So this is the lightest one, yeah?
Well, our wines normally are not light because we are in a hot place, we are in the south. So we have a lot of structure and power. Can be light because it's Tempranillo. And the Tempranillo used to be...
What does it mean, Tempranillo?
Tempranillo is the variety. Most of the Rioja wines and Ribera del Duero wines are two big regions in Spain for red wine, are Tempranillo. It's the most popular variety in Spain. But in this case, it's what we want to show how can be our Tempranillo, just only with our microclimate change, and it's totally different than the rest of the Tempranillos that you can taste. Can be softer, but this one is, I prefer that you taste first because I don't know which can be your palate,
Oh, it smells nice. Oh.
The color is very intensive, still being very fruity, and in this case you don't have any other thing. Here is just to appreciate the pure variety, the essence of the variety. And are successful with this wine is because people surprise a lot because it's something different, being Tempranillo,
Very rich taste, like very...
Yeah, and it's, I think that this line, both, now the second one that we are going to taste is Syrah 100%. I think that are very good ones in this line, because how I told you, for us the main thing is the quality. So in all the wines that we make, always the quality is the most important thing. So just depending of your palate, because the palate of each one is something very personal. You can prefer one or another, or just, you can like all of them. But I said that depending of the moment, the people, the food, or the day,
sometimes you want white wine,
you can prefer one or another.
Yes.
But in this case, for example, the Tempranillo, I always say that can be the style of wine that you can enjoy when you are cooking, because it's easier, or when you are going to prepare a barbecue outside or something like this, because even in summer you can, right now we maintain in 14 degrees, because we are in a hot area. When you put the bottle in a room temperature, in a normal temperature, in 10 minutes you are going to have 1 or 2 more degrees.
Yes.
So to enjoy, I always said that to enjoy a good red in summer, mainly if you are in the south, it's hot, how you maintain the wines is very important, how to be in a good temperature. Because it's true, just depending of your palate, people prefer sometimes, I don't drink so much white wines. When I drink white, I love sherry. I like the wines from Jerez. But in red, the problem sometimes is that you don't maintain in the right temperature. It's impossible that you can enjoy a red in summer. Is the reason sometimes people say, no, the consume comes down, but comes down because most of the places don't maintain in the right way. You know, but in the case of our red also is because it's not the typical one. We have a very good natural property, the acidity, and the acidity maintain the wines fresh and make the possibility to have long agings because maintain the wines younger for longer. So it's one of the things that make the possibility that you can enjoy a red even in summer. And you can share with meat, with fish, with spicy, because the natural acidity also clean your mouth when you are drinking. Okay.
Look, I'm not an expert, but this is amazing.
You don't have to be.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to be an expert. I always said that the wine that you are expert when you know which wine do you like it or not.
When you enjoy.
And when the wine makes you enjoy and happy, that's all. You don't have to be an expert,
You know what's like what was funny as well? I never again, as I said, right, we are not experts. But there was a time when you drink good wine time to time, right? But then
recommend you that use the decanter, because you are not going maybe to have, if you are with your couple or you are with your family, it's a big table that you are going to consume bottles and bottles. Maybe you don't order a very good wine, or used to be for all wines and quality wines when you use the decanter, because people are not going to take the time to leave that the wine talk you. That is what you need when you have a wine with 18 years old. You have to leave that the wine in the glass show you all this time in the bottle in 1 hour, in 2 hours. But if you appreciate in the glass, you are going to feel it much more than if you use the decanter. But the reason is just only because you are going to lose a lot of details and changes in the glass using the decanter. But I always say that depending how you are going to enjoy this bottle.
I like the smell of this one.
It's totally different, This line is very good, it's the best that you can do in this line. But how I told you, it's different moment, different food, different people. It's more easier, so it's easier, so it's more for every day. This one, how I told you, is to enjoy, to live that the wine express. Yeah, more for special occasions, to take your moment to appreciate, the aging. At the end is the aging, the blend, the complexity. This is more complexity.
Even the smell of it is changing also.
Yeah. All the time it's going to change in the glass, just only with the time that you take that the wine open or breathe, with the oxygen. Yeah.
How much is selling this bottle? This one. What's the price of the bottle?
Actually, it's 31.20. It's too cheap.
Okay, 31 euros.
Yeah, it's very cheap. Normally, if this wine be French or Italian, was 20 times.
20 times.
Yeah, this wine have to be in restaurant. Depending on the restaurant, can be between 50 euros until 80, 90. But the 90 is more closer to the price they have to be, just only for the aging or for the year.
Yeah, this is. I think this is. I like it.
Of course you can compare. It's the reason why I told you that our two lines totally different depending when you want to enjoy. If you have time, of course you are going to enjoy. Is this for every day that is something quicker, or do you have to? You want to enjoy a good wine, but easier is more this line. Have different moment and different everything.
Even if you don't know anything about the wines, you taste this one and this is fine. This is good.
No, of course it's 18, but you see still having a very nice color, but have also fruit. Of course the fruit is not so young like this one. And here, because you can appreciate just the pure variety, there is complexity because you have the blend. So you have the natural properties of the 4 varieties, the properties that you get with the oak, and also, of course, with the aging.